And good evening and welcome to Zaleski Sports and another night. Yes, we are back, folks. Another Friday night under the lights. And we are here live in Stratford as the Stratford Tigers will be taking on the Mosinee Indians in a non-conference contest. These two teams have battled back and forth over the years, and actually they've met 7 times since 2014. And Stratford actually has the edge with a 4-2-1. Yes, folks, 1. Going back to the 2022 season, they opened up in Marshfield. That's when Stratford played all their home games on Marshfield's field because they were grooming this one and redoing this. And I'll tell you, I walked out on this field tonight, and that is like a plush carpet out there. They've been working on this thing all season long. And I know when I was doing ball games over here on the baseball field, they were watering this thing like crazy. And I'll tell you, I wish I had this in my front yard because this is plush and it is beautiful. And if you can see the picture from what you're getting right now, it is just a beautiful, beautiful football field. In fact, I think one of the best grass infields in the central Wisconsin. And so Mosinee came away with a 26-19 win last year at Mosinee. And the last time the Stratford Tigers won was on a 30-6 win back in 2024. And the last time Mosinee won, besides last year, you have to go back to 2014 at Stratford with a 19-6 win on August 22nd. So they open up pretty much the season. They've opened up 7 times. Of course, in 2020 it was canceled because of the start of that pandemic that was going on. But we'll see what happens tonight. These two teams are kind of rebuilding as their big, what do you want to say, their top players have left from Stratford and also left from Mosinee as last year, the Great Northern Offensive Player of the Year, Trev Stoffel, who counted for over 3,000 yards passing and rushing. He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year. And, of course, Stratford loses Brady Berg, who actually led the conference in passing yardage, had a #1 rating. Also, they lose Brooks Vanderhoff also from last year, and they lose pretty much their receiving core from last year also. So it should be a very, very interesting game, but I'm going to give the advantage to Stratford. Stratford has a quarterback in Colton Hulp, as he has thrown last year when actually they alternated in that WIAA game, and on the season, Colton was actually 11 for 15, which is 70% for 100 yards, threw 2 touchdowns, but he's a running quarterback. As Colton was, sometimes when Brady was at quarterback, Colton was in the backfield, and he carried the ball 69 times for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Aaron Knetter is back, as Aaron came in earlier in the season when Brooks was hurt last year. Aaron came in, did an outstanding job at that running back spot. And Aaron carried the ball 80 times for 453 yards and 3 touchdowns. That offense, back with the 100 yards that Colton had last year, and also the 858 total yards that this backfield of 4 running backs of Declan Fisher and Colton and Aaron and also John Mays accumulated 858 yards rushing. So they've got their running game. They lost quite a bit in that front line, but they are led back by all-conference linemen for the Tigers in, let's see here, Owen Lewick, the 269-pound senior, and also on the defensive end, they have the Defensive Player of the Year in Tyler Butke, as he is back also. So defensive-wise, won't be bad. I mean, we'll see what happens. As Mosinee, the quarterback they have starting for them, has not thrown really that much, as Zagata, who was also a running back last year, and he carried the ball 8 times for 18 yards, but did not pass that much last year. So it should be an interesting contest, and we should have a dandy here. Beautiful weather, 75 degrees. The winds are out of the northwest at 10 to 11 miles per hour. And like I says, we should have a really, really good ball game here. The crowd is coming in as bleachers are starting to fill up here. And Stratford trying to look to get back into the playoffs again as they got beat in the semifinals, just one game away of trying to pick up their 4th state title in a row, as they do lead the state of Wisconsin with 10 state titles. And so the big winning tradition by the Stratford Tigers. But talking to Marshall Lehman, they're fired up, and they should have a great ball club this year. It might have a few aches and pains in there, but they'll work them out. And, of course, they go against the Edgar Wildcats next week, and that should be a dandy too. With me this year is Ben Shar. And Ben, a Stratford student here, and I've had a chance to kind of work with Ben also. He does the PA for the baseball games here at Stratford, and he was asked by Mr. Zaleski if he wanted to join the staff here at Zaleski Sports, and we're glad to have Ben to the family here. So I'm going to turn it over to him. He's going to shoot some commercials at you, and we'll be right back. And you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
We are back here at Stratford Tiger Stadium. Beautiful complex here, the football field, the track. Over on the, I would say, let's see, that is the southeast corner. We've got the baseball diamond overlooking, and then over to our right, just south of the baseball field, is the softball complex. So a great complex here. The high school is still about 3 blocks over yet, 3 or 4 blocks to the east, but nice little jaunt from over there to here. But a great complex here as they did some remodeling back in 22. And this is a great facility here for Stratford football. And like I said, this field is just dynamic. And so our pregame show is brought to you by Brock & Decker. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and like them on Facebook. And so we'd like to thank all the sponsors over this last year that has been advertising with us, and I'll tell you, if it wasn't for you advertisers, we would not be bringing this to everybody out there for free. And so we are glad to bring it to you, and this is my 3rd season. In fact, coming up to very close, my 200th game I have broadcasted here on Zaleski Sports, and I'm glad to be a part of the Zaleski family here. So we are just a few minutes away. We're about 4.5 minutes away from kickoff here. I see we got the color guard over on the far end over there with the flags, and we'll be having the national anthem just shortly here. I'm surprised I suppose school has not started yet, and we don't have the pep band out here, but later on in the season we will have the pep band. Actually, I'm thinking it's going to be a very, very comfortable football season this year because I just saw a report no more than a half hour, 45 minutes ago that El Nino that's supposed to come in yet. We got the warm waters down south, and they're supposed to move up. And this winter, now don't quote me, but this is what I've heard, that in the Midwest we are supposed to have a much warmer winter and not a lot of snow. So I would just love that because I'm not making a spring training trip to Florida this year, and I don't want to be around, and I was not around for the big 26 inches last year, and I never want to be a part of it. So I saw pictures of that, and I'm glad I was not a part of it. But we are just a few moments away as the Mosinee Indians are heading down to the south end zone to get in line for our national anthem, and our Stratford Tigers will be coming out just on the north end here as they are sneaking out of the locker room down on the north end there to take the sideline or the end zone down on the north end for our national anthem also. So the officiating crew is out there. I'm surprised they're not in shorts tonight. It is a very comfortable night. Nice little breeze from the northwest. As I mentioned, it's like, 78 degrees out here. And so it's a very, very comfortable evening as we see people in shorts. And you think about it, in about another month or so, they'll be bringing out their winter coats because it'll be starting to get chilly as the sun goes down. But a great night to start out the high school season, as schools will not be starting for about another week yet or so in the central Wisconsin area. And I know we've got 14 games on the docket tonight. I'll be going along, giving you some of the scores. And the way we've got our website set up this year, it's fantastic. I mean, we had 5 games on the docket last night, and I could just pop back and forth. In fact, in the state of Wisconsin, interesting stat, as some of these teams really brought out their offense last night, as there was 49 games that were played in the state of Wisconsin last night, and there was 36 teams that won that scored 30 or more points last night. So they brought out the offenses. There was quite a few of them that were in the 50 category last night. And so it'll be interesting as the Tigers move from Division 5 to Division 4. They are now in the same division as the Mosinee Indians, and they are the very first team to make that double jump that the WIAA has them doing because of the outstanding seasons that the Stratford Tigers have had. So as people are starting to rise here now for our national anthem, the Tigers getting situated from the 20-yard line all the way back to the 5, and the Mosinee Indians on the goal line, and our color guard at center field as we are waiting for our public address announcer to get us started here as we are coming down to about the final minute here. And I will turn it over to our PA announcer at this time.
Special welcome to our guests from Mosinee, to their parents, their administration, and their fans. We appreciate your efforts in supporting your team and for traveling to join us this evening. Stratford High School, Mosinee High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance in interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. With enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, Your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Next to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hat, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem.
And our national anthem here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And the national anthem is brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. As our colors are being retired, as we will be getting just ready here for football action from Tiger Stadium, as the Stratford Tigers coming off with a big championship, actually the fourth straight conference championship, as they are from the Central Wisconsin Conference, as Stratford took conference last year for the fourth straight year with a 7-0 record, 10-3 overall. Amherst finished at 6-1 and in second place with a 10-2 overall record. Spencer Columbus, an outstanding year and back into the playoffs, as they had been gone for about maybe 5-6 years, was 4-3 and 6-5 overall. WIAA Fremont at 3-4 and 6-5 overall, and Wittenberg Berniewood 3-4 and 5-6. Marathon 3-4 and 4-6 overall. And Loyal Greenwood 2-5, 4-6. Loyal Greenwood has moved to the actually the Merwood Conference this year, and we'll be taking on teams like Auburndale, and I will be over at Auburndale next week for the Auburndale Marathon game, so we'll take a look at both of those ball clubs. And Colby finished in last place with a 0-7 record, 1-8 overall. And Mosinee in the Great Northern Conference, as they tied for the conference title with Tomahawk at 6-1. Merrill was third at 5-2. Lakeland, Wausau East, and Medford all tied for fourth at 3-4. Rhinelander at 2-5, and Anigo 0-7. And offensive-wise for these two teams, that is gone from last year, as Trev Stoffel was 141 out of 211 for 1,969 yards and 23 touchdown passes. He carried the ball 150 times for 1,008 yards and 17 touchdowns. And defensive-wise, he made 111 tackles and had 5 interceptions. And also their top receiver, Mitch Mishlik, is gone. He caught 33 passes for 702 yards and 12 touchdowns. For Stratford, Brady Berg was 93 of 72 last year. That's 1,639 yards passing and 27 touchdowns gone. And Brooks Vanderhoff, who actually missed 2 ball games last year, carried the ball 194 times, 1,207 yards and 11 touchdowns. Colton Bright was the top receiver for the Tigers. He graduated also with 34 catches for 763 and 10 touchdowns. And Jagger Orman, who was their leading tackler with 95 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. He graduated also. But they do have, as I mentioned, the defensive lineman of the year, Tyler Butke, is back. He's a 5'11", 233-pound senior. And they also have back number 4, Connor Kreft, who was a second-team defensive lineman. And he's a 6'6", 185-pound senior. And also one heck of a tight end also, as he caught 13 passes last year, and 4 of them were touchdowns. And I'll tell you, he's a big target out there for Colton Hulp, as he goes 6'6", and a great set of hands out there also. So it should be a great season, and starting at quarterback will be Colton Hulp, who was, as I mentioned, 11 for 15 passing last year for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And in the backfield will be Aaron Knetter, as he carried the ball 80 times for 453 yards and 3 touchdowns. For Mosinee, they will be starting at quarterback Fulton Zagata. He's a 6'2", 220-pound junior. He only threw 4 times last year, so brand new quarterback in the backfield, replacing Stoffel. Big shoes to fill. And also Stoffel, their big starting running back also. Their starting running back will be Rudy Harris, and Rudy carried the ball 15 times for 63 yards and a touchdown last year. So lone running back, 3 wide receivers, as we have, let's see, at wide receiver, we've got Aiden Larilla, a 6'2", 175-pound junior. And one of the other wide receiver, the tight end, is Bryce Lofi, a 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore at tight end. And one of the other wide receivers, Rylan Golden, a 5'8", 150-pound senior. And that's it for the wide receivers in that. So we'll find out. We also got Ethan Fight, 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. So a couple sophomores in there with really not a lot of varsity action. In fact, Fight did not even catch a pass last year for Mosinee. So this should be an interesting contest, as Mosinee will get the opening kickoff here. And back is number 2 and number 1. That's Ethan Fight and Cole Bush back there. Bush on the far end, Fight on the closest to us, and kicking will be Fisher, as big win for him last year, as Declan's 33-yarder in that game against WIAA Fremont in overtime. Won it big for the Tigers with that 32-yarder. So he'll handle the kicking duties again this year. So as Fisher gets ready, boots it, end over end kick. Taken by Bush along the right side, and hits a pile of Tigers right at the 25-yard line. And that's the opening kickoff to start the season. The opening kickoff is brought to you by Stratford Homes. If a custom-built home is your goal, it's time to discover Stratford Homes, a leader in off-site residential construction. Stratford Homes delivers design flexibility, impressive energy efficiency, and unmatched quality. Stratford Homes, elevating the custom experience. Explore StratfordHomes.com. And Stratford Tigers in their black uniforms, orange trim down the pants side, black pants, black tops. Mosinee in their purple pants, white uniforms, purple lettering. I love these uniforms, Mosinee. You can read them very, very clearly with the dark letters. And a handoff up the middle to Harris. And Harris will pick up about 2 on the play. Where it'll be second, so they're going to give him 3. Second down and 7. So right away I have to use my eraser to start out the season. As Zagata brings his team up to the line, working out of the shotgun, hands it off, and stopped defensive line looking really good on the first two plays here, as Harris will pick up a yard on the play.
Brings up third down for Mosinee.
As they'll say, he picked up 2 on the play. So I'm thinking you're going to see Harris as the workhorse of this Mosinee ball club, and you're going to see Knetter working a lot for the Stratford Tigers this year. But Hulp's got some speed. He's a little more quickness than what Brady had last year, and nothing along with Brady, but and a pass incomplete out in the flat, intended for number 26, Ryland Golden, and that pass incomplete. And so it'll be 4th down. And going back for the Tigers on the punt returns will be number 2 and looks like number, I can't catch you. There's a 1 there, and back punting, and end over and a very high kick and a fair catch called, and that caught by Bloom. And so the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Beautiful night. Sun still out yet. Sun will set, though, maybe in about another hour or so. But nice breeze, very comfortable in the shade here. As Hulp brings his team up to the line. Hulp. Man in motion. And a handoff to Knetter. And Knetter off the left side. For a gain about 3, maybe 4. We'll see where the marking is. Gain of 3 on the play. As I mentioned, Knetter, top running back coming back for the Tigers this season, as he had 453 yards rushing last year with 3 touchdowns and 80 carries. 2nd down and 7 at the Stratford 38-yard line. 2 receivers wide left, 1 in the slot. Shift to the left side is Fisher. And a handoff. And Mosinee. And Bauer makes the tackle on that play, and back to the original line of scrimmage. Where it'll be now 3rd down and 10, as Mosinee had that play read very, very well. Ball placed on the far side of the field. Coming wide, number 13, Austin Niehaus. And pass hands off to Knetter, and Knetter will get 1, maybe 2 out of the play. And he'll pick up 2 on the play. And so it'll make it 4th down and 8 at the 37-yard line. And we'll see who, last year Stratford only punted 13 times in the whole season. We'll see who's back punting this year. That would be number 2, that would be Drew Bloom. Drew actually an all-conference infielder for the Stratford Tiger baseball team. So he knows how to handle the pressure. And soccer-style kicker, and a kick up and taken and hit right away. A great stop there by Matthew Shanefoos as he hit Bush right away. And a flag on the play. Holding against Mosinee, that will be the first penalty. As a great punt by Drew Bloom. And so they're going to mark this off as we'll move it back another 10 yards. And so Mosinee will start at the 20-yard line, first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. With 7:52 left in the first quarter here, no score, as each team has had one possession. Mosinee starting at the 20. And a pitch out to Fight.
On the reception, tackled by Ostricky on the play.
Ostricky with the tackle on the play. And Fight will pick up, we'll give him a yard on the play. Second down and 9. Fight, who is a 5'7" sophomore, had no carries at all, so first varsity experience for Ethan Fight in his first carry as a varsity ball player. He picks up a yard. Second down and 9. Glad you could all join us here on Zaleski Sports. And off the right tackle. And Bloom with the tackle on the play as Harris carries the ball for, we'll give him, We'll give him 2 on the play. He's picked up 7 yards so far and 3 carries. 3rd and 7 at the 23-yard line. Each team trying to feel each other out here. Blitz coming, pitch out to the outside and tackle big time. As Harris had no place to go. And a loss of, we will say a loss of 6 on the play. As Ostricky gets in there. So it'll be 4th down and 13 at the 17-yard line. Going back to punt. It's number 68. That is Burklaw. And it's down at the 49-yard line by Mosinee. As Burklaw's punt, they're going to say marked right at the 50-yard line.
Tigers will take over at midfield stripe. It'll be 1st and 10. Tigers.
So about a punt of about 25 yards. As Haupt working out of the and a pass, off the fingertips, out in the flat, and as Shane Foose drops it. Matthew, a pretty sure-handed ball player, as plays center field for the Tigers, as he was an honorable mention all-conference center fielder. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 50-yard line. This is actually the best field position so far for either team, as both teams now with 2 possessions. Man in motion. Out in the flat to Knetter. Knetter with a stiff arm, breaks a tackle. Gets to the 40, down to the 36-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, as Knetter will pick up 14 on the play.
That'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. Tigers from 36.
And a 14-yard pass to Knetter. And a first down. Actually, that is the first down As the Tigers around the left side, finds a hole. Ooh. And tackled at the after a 6-yard gain is by Shane Foose. A flag on the play. A shoestring tackle just barely got Shane Foose, and it'll be against the Stratford Tigers. And they're going to say, we'll take the penalty, move them back a little bit farther. And that will be a 10-yard penalty and move the ball to the 46-yard line. So each team with a penalty so far. Halt, working out of the pistol, passes to Shane Foose. And a catch of maybe about a yard on the play, out on the left flat. And they're going to say, no. Well, they're going to give him a yard on that. As Halt brings his team up to the line. Shane Foose, wide right. Working out of the pistol. And we've got a little movement there. As offsides by the official. They're going to mark it off against Mosinee, as Mosinee, a big jump on that. As you saw 3 or 4 linemen taking off. So it'll now be 2nd down and 14 at the Mosinee 40-yard line. Hopped out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Over across the middle. And out of the outreached hands of John Mays is incomplete. It's just off the fingertips of Mays. As Colton Halp gets the next play from the sidelines there. So Colton Halp now 2 for 3 on the evening. Single back. Low snap. Halp gets it on a blitz. Across the middle. Complete to Bloom. And Bloom will get down to about the 38-yard line. And so he'll pick up 2 on the play. As Bloom catches his first pass. And going back to punt now for the Tigers will be Drew Bloom, standing at about the 50-yard line. Back to receive. Bush and Fight. And soccer style, and he's going to keep it. 1-on-1. And a spin, great move. And he's going to be short, though. Fake punt, as he's going to pick up about 8 yards on that play. But he is short. So Marshall Edwards with a little trickery there. Marshall Lehman with it. And they were looking at the 29-yard line. Marshall Lehman thought he'd try a little trickery there. Picked up 8 yards, but not bad. And a keeper, and he's going nowhere as Zagata was met behind the line of scrimmage here, and he's going to lose maybe 1, maybe 2 yards. And well, he's going to pick up a yard, actually, where the ball was placed. So Zagata gets a yard out of that. Zagata working out of the pistol, single back. And hand off to Harris. And we'll pick up maybe 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they'll give him 2 on that. There's actually a flag on the play. As it'll be either 3rd down at this spot here or go back 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to take the penalty. And so we'll take that play away from Harris. And another penalty by the Indians. Actually, only 3 penalties so far in this contest. Not bad for first game. I've seen some games, where the first game is, you've got 20, 25 penalties combined. I know last year we had one, I'm trying to think of the game, but a lot of penalties and a blitz there, as I think Mosinee kind of felt that blitz coming. And might be a little movement in that line. Illegal procedure. And that'll move back another 5 yards. So it'll move it now back to 2nd and they're going to say 19. And it's closer to 17, I would say. Maybe 18 at the most, as they have to get to the 39-yard line. And we've got a whistle and a timeout. And so we're going to take a timeout too with 1:54 left in the first quarter, and we have no score. And you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com. At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
We are back here at Stratford as the timeout is up. A few games going on right now. Marshfield traveling up to Rice Lake has an 8-0 lead. And let's see what else we got here. Edgar is at Cadott with a 6-0 lead in that contest. And Marathon is ahead of Loyal 7-0 in the first quarter also. So back to pass, long pass over the middle and picked off by the Stratford Tigers and intercepted by Colton Haupt. As Haupt had a great season last year in that secondary, and so he's kind of doing it all here. The man of the hour here is Colton Haupt at quarterback and playing a kind of center field back there, even though Colton is a pitcher and a second baseman in baseball. But I'll tell you, He played center field on that one and came up with a big interception, and the Tigers will take over first down and 10 at the Mosinee 41. As Zagata with an interception, 0 for 2 passing wise, low snap, Haupt on the keeper, pass over the middle, complete. And making the reception on that is Bloom. An 8-yard pass. As Colton now 4 for 5 for 25 yards. As Colton brings him up to the line. Long snap and movement by the defense. As the lineman hitting himself in the head there, knowing it was his fault. And Mosinee will be called with another penalty. That is their 4th penalty for 20 yards now. First down and 10 at the Mosinee 28 as Stratford threatening here with 1:04 left in the first quarter. Working out of the gun. And a keeper off the left tackle and getting good yardage. As Colton will pick up 7 on the play. Second down and 3 at the 21-yard line. Tigers threatening here. 3 receivers wide left. Nothing to the right. Lone running back, Knetter. Hands off to Knetter. Bulls his way. Gets to about the 20-yard line. And he'll pick up a yard on the play. Where it'll be 3rd down and 2, we'll call it. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter, as we have no score here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford, where you are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walking. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium and looking at the views across the board here, the 14 games we've got. You can tell it's football season because the numbers are up, and we thank you all for joining us here on Zaleski Sports. As we'll go through at halftime, other games that are going on. We'll get you the scores on Zaleski Sports and also tell you the other teams in the Great Northern and also in the Central Wisconsin who's all playing tonight on opening night of football under the lights. As Mosinee trying to stop the Tigers here as they are at the 20-yard line as Colton loses a handle on it, but he's going to pick up actually about 2, maybe 3 yards as Colton lost the handle on it. And that will be enough for a first down. So a broken play gets the Stratford Tigers a first down on that 2-yard carry by Colton Haupt. great balanced attack by the Tigers on this drive of a little passing here and a lot of good running here by Colton Hulp and also Knetter. Long count. Hands off Knetter around the left side. Breaks a few tackles, gets down to about the 12-yard line. And he'll pick up 6 on the play. That's his biggest carry of the night.
Second down for the Tigers from the 12.
Yes, it'll be second down at 4 at the 12-yard line. Tigers trying to get on the board here first. Just the start of the second quarter. Whether you need new garage doors or just an adjustment, stop and see Door Pro. Door Pro of Stratford. Call them today. And thank you, Door Pro, for being a sponsor on Zaleski Sports. And a shovel pass off around the left side and trying to bring down Shane Foose. And that'll be a shovel pass of, we'll see what he gets out of it. Actually lost a yard on the play. So it'll be third down and 5. Definitely, they'll be going on fourth down here. They're in field position here. 3rd and 5 at the 13. Back to pass. Wide open and touchdown to John Mays. And Mays gets into the end zone wide open on a 13-yard touchdown pass. As Mays makes his first catch of the season, and he makes it a good one, as John caught 3 passes last year for 53 yards, and 2 of those 3 catches were touchdown passes. So in his varsity career, he's caught 4 passes and 3 of them for touchdowns. So as girls go flying by here with the Tiger flags, as Tigers will go for 2. As Hulp, man in motion, and a pass into the end zone, and incomplete. As the pass was intended for Fisher, and so the Tigers will take a 6-0 lead here with 10:05 left until halftime. As the Tigers get on the board first to start the 2026 season. And you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Thank you to the Stratford Quarterback Club for donating t-shirts for tonight's touchdown t-shirt toss. Thank you to everyone who bought tickets or has helped support the Stratford Quarterback Club in any way. Thank you to Club for all you do for Stratford football.
And we are back here as the kickoff. Roller taken by Fight, and he is met at the 21-yard line. As Mosinee will take over at the 10-minute mark here of the second quarter. Game moving right along here as we are at 7:34. Very, very fast-paced ball game. as they're missing a man in the huddle here as the clock is ticking here. Could be very close to a delay of game. As the hand is up for a possible delay, as they'll get it just in time and hit very hardly, as Harris will pick up maybe 2, maybe 3 on the play. And he'll pick up 2. Second down and 8 at the 24. Beautiful pass from Haupt to Mays in that right end zone, wide open. Nobody within maybe 5-6 yards of him. And Mays coming up with his first touchdown, of course, of the year, but actually his third in his career out of 4 catches. As the clock ticks away here, as Zagata brings his team up to the line. Hands off to Harris. Breaks a few tackles and gets very close to a first down. As Harris may pick up maybe 6, maybe 7 on the play. And ball will be at the 22-yard line, and they're going to give him a first down. So he picks up 8 on the play. That gives him 11 yards in 6 carries so far. He had that big loss of 6 yards in the previous drive. Wide receiver right, wide receiver left, one in the slot. Long count, low snap to Harris. Harris and met immediately as Niehaus makes that tackle. And a loss of 2 on the play.
Loss of a couple brings up 2nd and 12.
As the Tigers looking very, very impressive on defense. Our coaches poll will be coming up on Monday night on WDLB and WOSQ as Gene Delisio and myself and a couple other people coming in. Larry Hazer coming in for interviews with local coaches. We've got 6 or 7 coaches coming in for that show on Monday night, so catch us on that. Coach Lehman is one of them also. I will be interviewing him. And a handoff to Harris, and he's met immediately, and I know he's not going anywhere as that middle is just plugged up. I'll tell you, the right side of that defense of Stratford's and up the middle, you aren't going to get anything. No gain on the play.
No gain. Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Indians.
But yeah, it should be a good show. We're going to do it from our Marshfield studio of Zaleski Sports. Actually, our kind of first action in our new studio in Marshfield. We've got one in Stevens Point and in Marshfield now, so join us for that. As the Indians come up to the line. 3rd down and 12 at the 30-yard line. We're in the second quarter with 6:50 left. Very, very fast quarter. Blitzed by Stratford and coming up and hit. And an incomplete pass as pressured by number 32, John Mays, as he came shooting through there like he was shot out of a cannon. As Mays getting a lot of action here just in the last minute and a half here as gets that touchdown catch and also a lot of pressure on the quarterback there. So it'll be 4th down and 12 at the 30. Tigers leading 6-0 with 6:47 left until halftime. As late lineman coming in. As number 68 going back to kick for the Indians. That would be Levi Burklaw. Back to punt. As Mosinee is going to take a timeout instead of a delay of game here possibly. So we're going to take a timeout also. And you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
You'll find what you're looking for. We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools. A selection so big, you'll need a map to find your way out. Hiller's Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford, where the Tigers lead 6-0 on a 13-yard touchdown pass from Colton Hulp to Mays in that right corner. And John Mays wide open there. Nobody, like I said, within 6-7 yards of him. And puts the Tigers up 6-0. The two-point conversion was no good. As a timeout here taken by Mosinee, their second timeout. They have one timeout remaining here in the second half. And back to punt for the Indians is number 68, Levi Burklaw. And back deep is Haupt, single back, and a kick. And blocked nicely and picked up and is going to run this thing in. And running it in is number 21 for the Tigers, Aaron Knetter. As Knetter picks that up at about the 8-yard line, as that line just came swarming in. There was 4 Tigers or so. I don't know who got the hand on it, but I'll tell you, Knetter was there to pick it up and run it in from 8 yards out, and the Tigers go up 12-0 here in the second quarter. We've got 6:40 left, as we'll see if the Tigers go for 2 or if they're going to go for 1 here. So the special teams looking very impressive, as Tigers going for 2. And handing it off to Knetter, and he's going to be stopped just short of that end zone at about the half-yard line. But the Tigers take a 12-0 lead on a great job by the special teams as they block that punt attempt by Burklaw. And Knetter picks it up and runs it in from 8 yards out to give the Tigers a 12-0 lead here with 6:40 left. And we're going to take a short break here also so I can get my breath back here again. So we're going to take a quick break, and you're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium as the Tigers with a 12-0 lead on that block punt by, there was 3 or 4 in there. I'm not sure who got the hand on it, but Knetter picked it up and ran it in from 8 yards out to give the Tigers a 12-0 lead here, as the Tigers will be kicking off here with 6:40 left until halftime. I like Scott Bauman over here, the PA guy. He's teasing everybody with the 50-50 as he's just reading one number at a time, like every 2 minutes apart, and leaving everybody in suspense. As Fisher is ready to kick off. And a line drive on the ground. And picked up. And getting free. And hanging on his shirt tail there. As Shane Foose makes that tackle on number 6, Harris, and he was hanging on for dear life there. Excuse me, that was Stankowski with the return on that. But Shane Foose just, he actually got a couple yards, 2 or 3 extra yards with Shane Foose hanging on to his uniform. So we know these are not tearaway uniforms here, as Mosinee will take over actually with their best field position of the night, as it's first down and 10 at the 44-yard line. of Mosinee. And coming around the right side is Harris, and he'll pick up maybe 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. We'll see where they mark that, as he'll pick up 3 on that. As Stratford plays at 3-3-5, 3 linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. But I'll tell you, those 3 linebackers look very, very aggressive in there. It's pretty much everybody up to the line here now. And a handoff to Harris, and Harris makes a jump, and he'll jump for maybe about 2, maybe 3 on the play. As we'll see where the ball is marked. He'll pick up 3 as it's marked at the 49-yard line. Or it'll be actually 3rd down and 5. So they'll only give him 2 on that play. As he's carried the ball 10 times for 14 yards, as Stratford has done a great job holding him down. Zagata calling the signals, hands off to Harris again, and he's stopped immediately. Stopped nicely there by Connor Kreft. And for no gain. So it'll be 4th down, as Burklaw will come in and punt, and he's just wondering to himself, will they come in and get me again? As that special teams line just came swarming in. Got a great jump off the ball and a high snap, and gets it off, and a long punt over the head and into the end zone. And that is a 52-yard punt by Burklaw. I think there was a little adrenaline there, as he didn't want to get that ball blocked again, and he put everything he had into it and hit about the 8-yard line and rolled into the end zone. And so the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line, leading 12-0 here with 4:13 left until halftime. As this game moving right along, as we are coming up to about the 45-minute mark so far of this contest. As the Tigers bring 2 wide receivers left, that is Connor Kreft and Shane Foose. And going around the right side is Colton. Colton sidestepping here and there, and he's going to the races, and he'll pick up about 12. As Colton's not worried about getting tackled or anything, but he will run the ball when the opportunity arises. And that play worked very, very well for the Tigers as he went around the right side. Had some blockers out in front of him and picks up 12 on the play, and 1st down and 10 at the 32-yard line. 2 wide receivers, Shane Foose and Kreft, wide left. Kreft last year playing the tight end position, but more out, and Shane Foose out in the flat, breaks a tackle, and gets down to, and still going yet, spins, and finally tackled at about the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 18. That'll be a gain of 19 for Shane Foose. As Grandpa, I think, will be happy with that catch and run, as Romy Shane Foose, known Romy for years, and I had great talks with him during the baseball season, as Matt, a great ball player. And we got a flag on the play, and we'll have some motion by the Tigers. That'll be their 2nd penalty of the night for a total of 15 yards. So step her back 5 yards to make it 1st and 15. Structures Unlimited, your fabric building specialist, supports Stratford Tigers athletics. To find out what a fabric building can do for you, visit structuresunlimited.com or stop in their office in the Stratford Industrial Park. First down and 15 at the Stratford 46. Stratford leading 12-0 on a pass play of 13 yards from Halp to Mays, and then Knetter picking up a block punt, running it in from 8 yards out to give the Tigers a 12-0 lead. And a counter, beautiful, as Bloom comes across and picks up big yardage, as he will pick up, he'll pick up 9 on the play off that counter. Everybody thought Knetter was going to get that ball, but Bloom came around the off the right side and came right off left tackle. Halp with a man wide open, almost wide open, but overthrew him. Pass for Mays, incomplete. That is only the second incomplete pass of the night. As Colton is now 7 for 9 for 56 yards and a touchdown and no interceptions. In fact, he did not throw an interception last year either in the total passes that he threw last year, 15 of them. He was 11 for 15 last year. So he's in his career, he's only incomplete of 6 passes. As he keeps it, goes off left tackle, and he will pick up maybe 3 on the play. We'll see what it marks, only 2. He'll pick up 2. As he's got 23 yards and 4 carries so far. It'll be 4th down and 5 with 2:12 left. As we are going to punt it here. We had a fake punt last time. And soccer style kick. That kick by Bloom. And it's going to be downed way deep in Mosinee territory. Beautiful punt by Bloom, as that is downed on about the 2, maybe 3 yard line. They're going to call it the 2. So Mosinee's got to go 98 yards in 1:46 to get on the board. As an outstanding punt by Bloom, as he does that soccer-style kicking. He takes about 4 or 5 steps before he kicks it. I think on that fake punt, what it did was he thought he had an opening because he was running to his right. And so he decided, well, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And I guess he shouldn't have, but defense have done a great job against Mosinee so far, as Tigers lead 12-0. Pass out in the flat, complete. And breaking tackles. To Fight. And Fight will pick up, and we'll see what that marking is. That's maybe about 5 yards on the play, 6 yards. Fight will pick up 6. And that is actually the first pass that has been completed by Zagata. 2nd down and 4 at the 8 with 1:07 left in the first half. Pass across the middle and into the flat and completed by Fight. So back-to-back passes, and that's going to be enough for a first down. As that is the first down that I have recorded for Mosinee tonight, as they will pick up a first down. And that's at the 12-yard line, so that'll be a pass of 4 also to Fight. Fight, just a 5'7" sophomore. And into the flat and making it. As Harris makes the catch on that one for 2 yards. So Zagata has completed 3 straight passes here. Just a little here and a little there, and Mosinee is going to use their last timeout with 28 seconds, so we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back, and you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
We are back here at Tiger Stadium as Mosinee takes their final timeout with 28 seconds left. The score 12-0 Stratford. As defense of Stratford, looking at the numbers here, very, very impressive numbers. Holding them well to under 50 yards total of offense, and they have done a great job. And actually the special teams with a block punt in there also. We'll talk to Coach Schleiman about that on Monday night also, how the special teams look very impressive, as it's going to be hard to find a player of the game in this, maybe possibly Colton Hulp, as he's got that big interception there also and leading this offense also. So 28 seconds left, and back to pass. Zagata over the middle and complete to number 84. That is McCadlow. As McCadlow catches that pass and gets it down to the 26-yard line, and that's another first down with just 12 seconds left. And as Zagata spikes that one to stop the clock.
Second and 10 for the Indians from 26.
So it'll be second down and 10 as I'm getting my sheet filled out here as on that last pass, completed pass play. 12 seconds left, 2:10. Second down 10, 20 at the 26. And a blitz coming in and deflected and off the fingertips, and a flag coming from 25 yards back as both players were going for the ball, and they're saying pass interference against Stratford. As that flag came flying from 25 yards back. I don't know what he's got in that flag, but he gave it a heave. And a first down. So that was from the 26. That'd be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. That is the third penalty against the Tigers with 7 seconds left. And that is the third first down all on this drive in this half. 3-man on that front defensive line. Going around the left side is Fight. And he's going to get some yards as he's going to pick up about 16 yards on that play, but that will be the final play of the game, or excuse me, the first half. And that is a first down. Or are they saying there is 1 second left on the clock yet? They're going to say 1 second on the clock yet. They're going to say he was out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And going back to pass. Breaks a tackle breaks another tackle, but he's not going to break that one, as Zagata will pick up a yard on the play, and that will end the first half with the Stratford Tigers leading 12-0 against the Mosinee Indians in this non-conference contest as the season opener for both teams here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And so we're going to take a little halftime break and send you some messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back with some halftime stats for you in just a bit. And you're watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers is valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have three options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford, where our halftime score is the Stratford Tigers 12 and the Mosinee Indians nothing, as the Tigers looking very, very impressive on defense. The final drive that the Mosinee Indians had here, they started at their own 2-yard line and got down to about, the Stratford, maybe 45-yard line. But I'll tell you, before that, they just held Mosinee to just simply nothing, as looking at the total yards so far for the Mosinee Indians, they have had carried the ball 15 times for 33 yards, and has passing-wise, Zagata has been 4 for 8 for only 16 yards. And the leading rusher is Rudy Harris, carrying the ball 11 times for 14 yards. Ethan Fight has carried the ball twice for 17 yards. But a great defensive job by the Stratford Tigers here. And Paul Rozak looking over at my shoulder. I think he's wondering if he wants to get interviewed or what. But If that happened, we'd never get him off the air because you put. Yeah, if you got a microphone in his hand, he'd just keep talking and talking and talking. So we better not do that because we got a second half yet to get through this also. But passing wise, as I mentioned, as Mosinee with only 16 yards of total passing. Excuse me, I'm sorry, 20. My addition is really bad here also, as we've got 26 yards passing, I'm sorry. And so that gives Mosinee 59 total yards of total offense. And they've been penalized 4 times for 20 yards. For the Stratford Tigers, their offense, they've got 11 carries for 49 yards and 36 yards passing. But one big pass was a 13-yard touchdown pass from Colton Hulp to John Mays from 13 yards out. The 2-point conversion was no good at the 10:05 mark of the second quarter. And then just about 4 minutes later, 3.5 minutes later, Stratford blocked the punt of Levi Burklaw, and Connetter picked it up at the 8-yard line and went rumbling in for a touchdown to make the score 12-0. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that's the way we stand right here in the second half. The Tigers have been penalized 3 times for 30 yards, and like I've mentioned, they've got 105 total yards of total offense. Our halftime stats are brought to you by Next Home Hub City, Kurt Spaeth. Whether you're buying or selling, you can trust Next Home Hub City Realtor Kurt Spaeth. Kurt is your Stratford hometown realtor and wants to help you buy or sell your next home, commercial or residential. Kurt has the expertise you need. Call Next Home Professional Realtor Kurt Spaeth. And also, our 2 touchdowns are actually sponsored by Surf Pro. Surf Pro. Contact them for all your cleanup and restoration needs. They are the #1 choice. Surf Pro, like it never happened. So the Tigers leading here 12-0 with about 8:34 left, and I'm going to send it back to Ben here, and we'll play a couple more spots, and we'll come up with some halftime scores here and other games that are going on in the Great Northern Conference and also the Central Wisconsin. And you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to Taqueria Monarca at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Try the delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. And kick things up a notch with their fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford as the Stratford Tigers with their season opener here, along with taking on Mosinee Indians, are leading the Indians 12-0 here at halftime. And other halftime scores going on. Marshfield looking very, very impressive to start out the season here. They traveled up to Rice Lake, and they're leading 29-6 at halftime. And we'll take a look at some of the other scores here. We'll take a look at Edgar at halftime is leading Cadott 14-0 as they're trying to get back to Madison. They were state runners-up last year in Division 6. And Jerry Sin starting his 52nd season at Edgar. And we'll see what the Spencer Columbus leading Auburndale over at Spencer, leading 7-6 at halftime. As I will see Auburndale next week and actually Spencer 2 weeks from now as they will take on the Stratford Tigers. The Loyal Marathon game, Marathon leading 17-8 at halftime. And let's see what we've got. Amherst leading Clintonville with 1:22 left in the first quarter. They're leading 21-0 as Amherst turning it on as looking to see if they can take the Central Wisconsin Conference. They figure it'll be between Stratford and Amherst, and Amherst will be coming here to Stratford later on in the year to battle for that title in the Central Wisconsin Conference. Wausau East is leading Shawano 14-0 at halftime. And we'll take a look here as Wisconsin Lutheran leading Waterford 21-14. And Assumption going to 8-man football this year. And they are leading at halftime 26-0 over Rosholt, as the Assumption Royals starting out the season very well. And in the second quarter, a defensive battle there as Oconto Falls and Wapaka are tied at 0. And Wrightstown and Winneconne in the first quarter. Wrightstown leading Winneconne 8-0. And let's see, Colby and Stanley Boyd. This is a standard opening game for both teams as they battle against each other, just like Mosinee and Stratford is. And Stanley Boyd has taken it to Colby, up at Colby 22-7 at halftime. And Neilsville is beating New Lisbon 13-0. And that's what we've got for scores here so far on Zaleski Sports. All those games are being streamed by Zaleski Sports. And we're glad to have you all on board here as our halftime score is 12-0, and we're just coming down to about the 4-minute mark. So I'm going to turn it over to Ben one more time, and we'll be back for the second half action here from Tiger Stadium. And you're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford, and other games going on in the Central Wisconsin Conference here. WIAA is at Berlin, and Wittenberg-Burnhamwood is at Bondwell in a contest this evening. Amherst is at Clintonville, as I mentioned. Amherst leading in that one 21-0 in the first quarter. Stanley Boyd is at Colby. Stanley Boyd was leading in that one at halftime. Loyal Greenwood at Marathon. Marathon leading in that one. And Auburndale at Spencer Columbus, as Spencer Columbus was leading in that contest. In the Great Northern Conference, we'll take a look at their conference here, as Mosinee was tied with Tomahawk last year, as Mosinee favorite in the Bound pregame are supposed to finish about 4th. And Stratford is supposed to battle Amherst for that title again, just like they have for the last 2-3 seasons. So we'll see what happens through the rest of the season. We're still about 9 games away of ending the season, but we'll be bringing you all of Stratford's ball games here on Zaleski Sports. And over in that Great Northern Conference, we've got Luther is at Tomahawk, Rhinelander is at Ashland, Lakeland is at Hayward, and Medford is at Holman. La Crosse Central is at Merrill, Northland Pines at Enigo, Mosinee, of course, here at Stratford, and Shawano is at Wausau East, and Wausau East was leading in that one. As you know, you look at the teams in that Northern Conference, as I go back to my days in high school, and in that Great Northern Conference, you've got teams like Wausau East, Shawano, Anigo, Merrill, and Rhinelander, all who at one time was in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They were all Division I schools, and now they're pretty much Division II schools because of enrollment. And again, I want to mention how Stratford. I mean, they've been a dominant force definitely over the last 4 or 5 seasons. The Stratford Tigers have, but you know, you change personnel of players year in year out. It's not like college ball where you're going to get, you know, all these top recruits. And so, in my opinion, and not in the voice of Zaleski Sports, but as of myself, I feel it's not right that you have to move a team up just because they're dominating. I know if you look at St. Mary's College over in Minnesota, they were kicked out of Division III because they were winning the conference all the time, so they had to go to D1. But now here you're talking about high school students. I mean, you change now. Stratford now in the last 3 years have seen their third quarterback. You change personnel. Yeah, granted, Stratford moved up a division from Division 6 to Division 5. They proved they could beat them. But now you're going up to a different Division 4. You've got an enrollment of over 200 kids that are 200 more kids than what Stratford has in their enrollment. I mean, you're looking at over 500 kids in the school and Stratford at 277. To me, it's not right. But that's the way the WIAA wants to work it, so that's the way it's going to be. But in my opinion, I'm not really for it, and so I've said my piece, and we're just going to leave it at that. So we're coming up to the 2:15 mark here at halftime here, and part of our halftime show is brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, and affordable service. So we're going to be back in just a little bit here as both teams are warming up here to just before the start of the second half. The Tigers lead 12-0. The Tigers have been very, very dominant defensive-wise. They've looked very, very good, and just enough to move the ball, consistently work the clock, and Colton Halp in his first varsity start at quarterback, I think is doing a very, very nice job. He's working his passes, running the ball well, and working the clock, and so Mosinee can't get it. But I'll tell you, that defense, they're running that 3-3-5 defense of Stratford's has looked very, very impressive. So we're going to be back. We're just a minute away, and you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports. Take two.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
And we are back here at Stratford Stadium in Stratford, Wisconsin. High school football starts tonight. As my old saying, coming in, starting the evening, Friday night, under the lights. And I'll tell you, it doesn't get any better than this, as Stratford fans always looking forward to football season here, as they have a great, great turnout here, as pretty much everybody all on one side here, as there are bleachers. There is bleachers. Ben, do me a favor there. There's a person way over in the Bob Euchre seats, way over there. Can you focus in on him over there? As we've got the bleachers over there, we have one guy sitting in the bleachers all by himself, and he's sitting in the Bob Euchre seats out there, and I'm going to wave to him. And so, he has nobody to yell at him or anything, but he is all by himself over there. And thanks for that shot, Ben. That was a great shot over there. But we're going to start the second half here, and Mosinee will kick off to start the second half as Stratford will have the ball. And deep for the Tigers are Bloom and Fisher. Excuse me, Shane Foose is back there. And a short kick and coming around the left side and coming down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds is Bloom. As he picked that up at about the 25 and came down this left sideline along the Tiger sideline here and finally pushed out of bounds at about the, we're going to say the 42-yard line. And a great field position for the Stratford Tigers as, again, special teams again doing an outstanding job. You get the block punt where you pick it up for a touchdown. Now the great start for the second half here as you return it, 10, 20, 30, almost 40 yards to give you great field position at the 42-yard line of Mosinee. Halp at quarterback. Knetter in the backfield with him. Bloom with a keeper along the left side. Off the left tackle. Breaks the tackle. Gets down to about the 39, 38-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. And so that's going to pick up 3 on the play. As Halp now with 26 yards rushing on the night on 5 carries. As I mentioned in our pregame show, Colton a little more agile than what Brady Berg was last year. Don't get me wrong, Brady was great quarterback last year as he threw for 1,600 yards. He had the cannon of an arm. And off the left tackle is Knetter. And Knetter will pick up 2 maybe on the play. But actually, Bloom with a great arm also, as I mentioned. He's was a all-conference second baseman in the Merwood Conference last year as the Stratford Tigers tied for the conference championship in baseball this last spring and got as far as the sectionals as they went up to Crivets, but lost a heartbreaker to Marathon up there. And Halp with a long count as he's changing the play. Snap. Bloom back to pass, and a long pass, wide open, and caught, and down as Connor Kreft makes his first catch of the season, gets it all the way down to down to the 1-yard line, a 36-yard pass from Halp to Kreft. As Halp unloaded with it. Halp now with 92 yards passing and the ball sitting at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2. Halp and a flag on the play. And we're going to have offsides as they are pointing at the Stratford Tigers as looked like the right side. There was a player that set up offsides, so a 5-yard penalty will move them back to the 7-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. We'll give Kreft credit for a 35-yard touch or a completion on that. So Halp now with 91 yards. Halp, long count. Pass over the middle, incomplete. And Mays coming across the middle there, just off the fingertips. Be 2nd down and 7. Just his 3rd incomplete pass. And actually only his 7th in his whole career. He was 11 for 15 last year for 100 yards. As Hulp brings them up to the line. Knetter in the backfield. Long count. As Hulp rolls to his right and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. As Colton Hulp takes a keeper around the right side and goes from 7 yards out to give the Tigers an 18-0 lead as they go down the field and do it in less than 3 minutes, as they had great field position at the 42-yard line. And coming in to kick the extra point is Declan Fisher. And Declan was the PA kicker last year, a very good one. And a line drive, and no good. As Stratford Tigers have an 18-0 lead on a 7-yard run by Colton Hulp. And the PAT kick by Fisher is no good. So with 9:22 left in the third quarter, it's Stratford 18 and Mosinee nothing. And you're watching high school football here on Saleski Sports. Do you got that battery charge for that microphone then? And we are back here at Stratford as the kickoff. And end over end. And taken by and finding a hole is number 1, Ethan Fight, as he fights his way all the way down to, we'll call it all the way down to about the 49, and there is a flag on the play. And we're just wondering if this is going to be brought back. It's against Mosinee, as and it looks like a big one, a 15-yarder.
There's a sideline warning against the Indians.
And we're not sure what the penalty was, but it's a 15-yarder, a big one, and that's going to bring, instead of having the ball at the 49-yard line, it's going to be all the way back to about the 34-yard line. We'll see where they've got it marked here. Well, correction, the 36-yard line. And Stratford meeting as quarterback keeper on that. Zagata gets stopped and lost a yard on the play.
2nd and 11 for the Indians.
As that is just his third carry now for a total of 1 yard. And 2nd down and 11 at the 35 as Stratford leads 18-0 as they took that opening kickoff, got her down to about the 42-yard line. Great field position, and then took it in as Hulp takes it in from 7 yards out. Mosinee in the big hole and gets down to about the
Harris on the rush.
as
Mays on the play.
as Mays makes the tackle on the play. And we'll pick up 7 on that. As Harris will. He's got 21. As the first downs wise, if you look at them, Stratford with 6 first downs, Mosinee with 4. Great defense by the Stratford Tigers this evening. So 3rd and 5. Front 3. And a pitch out coming around the right side. And it's going to be stopped. No gain on the play as Max Harris.
It's a 4th down for the Indians.
Max Harris with the carry. Max, the sophomore, he had 8 carries for 43 yards last year. And no gain on the play. So 4th down and 5, and we'll see if down by 3 scores here. See if Mosinee lands up going for it, and they are going to go for it. See if they can draw the Tigers offsides. Man in motion, flag on the play, and delay of game. And that's going to move them back 5 yards, and that will most likely put them in a punting situation, as that will put them 4th and 10, and that will move the ball all the way back to the 36-yard line as the punting team does come out. As it was very interesting that Mosinee, even though they're down by 3 scores, that it was 4th and 5, and the ball sitting at the 41-yard line of Mosinee, that they were going to go for it, but they get called for a delay of game. Moves it back 5 yards, and it'll be now 4th and 10. High snap, and almost blocked again. And Stratford will let it bounce, and it should be down at about the 29 or 30-yard line. All the Stratford Tigers, where the Tigers will take over 1st down and 10 with 6:13 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Tigers leading 18-0. As the Stratford ball comes in, they flip-flop balls back and forth when Mosinee has it, so they've got a ball that they're comfortable with, and then Stratford throws theirs in. So Stratford will take over 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line. We're at 6:13 in this 3rd quarter. Hulp, that quarterback. Harris on his right. And a low snap. And Hulp falls on it, and he'll take the loss on that. It's a bad snap there.
Brings up 2nd down for the Tigers.
But Hulp very quick and falls down on it. And the ball now back on the, they'll call it the 24-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 15, so a 5-yard loss for Bloom on that, or excuse me, on Hulp, as he's credited with that 5-yard loss. That'll give him 28 yards on the night. So 2nd and 15 at the 24. Hulp looks things over. Long count. Keeps it himself. Goes around the right side, off the left tackle, and gets that 5 yards back. And gets it back down to about the 29-yard line. So he'll pick up 5. So he gets that 5 back. And it'll be now 3rd down and 10 at the 29. As Hulp getting the call from the offensive coordinator there, coming into the game. Number 4 for the Tigers, that is Connor Kreft, the 6'6" senior tight end, but he plays more that wide out as he's coming wide left. As a very big target out there and very effective when he does catch it. And Hulp gets away Colton got away about 3 or 4 times there, but finally they brought him down, and it's going to be a loss of all that moving around. He ran around for about 10, 15 yards, but he landed up losing 2 on the or 1 on the play, they say. And so Stratford will come in and punt here. As back to punt is Drew Bloom. As he gets the punt off, soccer style, bounces once and keeps going. Bounces to the 25, 22, maybe about the 22 or 23 yard line. They're going to mark it about the 23. So a great punt. So that'd be what? 22. Oh, about a 47-yard punt with a little roll in there. And puts Mosinee 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Had to bring my abacus out for that in order to figure that one out. I'm kind of old school, you know, way old school. So 3:42 left. Tigers leading 18-0. And low snap and pitched off to the left-hand side and breaking away. And finally being brought down. And that is, and let's see who that is. That is Max Harris. Max wearing number 6 there as he comes up with some big yardage. And that will be a gain of about 13. As that is actually one of the biggest, second biggest carry of the night for Mosinee. And off the left side and down to the 45. As Max Harris picks up another, I think he'll pick up about 3 on the play. Max, a sophomore. Very quick, running off that left side. Long count. Hand off to Harris again. And breaks a few tackles. And is finally brought down at about the 45-yard line. And he will pick up.
That's enough for an Indian first down.
He'll pick up about, we're going to say about 12 on that. Very good looking sophomore as he carried the ball 8 times for 43 yards last year. As he comes out of the ball game, gets a nice pat from his coach. As Kevin Sanchez, the new coach for the Mosinee Indians, as he takes over for Coach Stoffel, who's left after last season's. And the other Harris, Rudy Harris, carries the ball and picks up 2. As he's got 23 on the night. As Agata moving the ball here very well. Clock running at 1:12. As they come up to the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line of the Tigers. As Sagata said something to receiver in the wing and handed off along that side, and a flag on the play. That's going to be a holding call most likely. Holding call it is.
Penalty on the play indication is holding against the Indians.
As that's going to move it back 10 yards, and that's going to make it 2nd and 19.
From the 45.
So the ball now placed on the 45-yard line of Mosinee. They got to get to, what, the 37-yard line, 36-yard line of Stratford. And up the middle and off to the races down the left side. And finally caught. And Harris with a great run. And another flag on the play. And holding against Mosinee will nullify that big run. As that was about a 25, 26-yard run that's going to come back. A big break for the Stratford Tigers as a holding call against Mosinee. As Mosinee shooting themselves in the foot here in the third quarter with 23 seconds left as the clock is running. As this will be the final play of the third quarter. Receivers far right and far left. As Zagata, I think, is going to let the clock run down, and yes, he is, as Stratford and Mosinee will go to their respective sidelines, and that's the end of the third quarter as the Stratford Tigers lead 18-0 here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford, and you are watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports. You done with your spots? Are you done with your spots? One left? Okay. After that one that you run, just run one after that. Just start from the beginning and just run one. Just say, and then we've got what? Nasonville Dairy on the last one? Okay.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We are back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford as the Stratford Tigers leading 18-0, and 12 minutes left before we decide to find out who the winner of this season opener will be. And being caught from behind as he will pick up about 9 yards as Zagata took off. And the ball will be placed at the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on the play. Where it'll be 3rd and 15 at the 49-yard line. We're in the fourth quarter. Zagata bringing his team up. Long count. And a handoff to Harris going around the right side and tackled with maybe about a half a gain lead. And we'll give him about a yard on the play. And we've got an injured player on the field. And so we're going to take a little break here too as they come out and take a look at them. And you're watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics.
Injured player comes off the field on his own power. Rice has More Than Floors of Marshfield stopping today for quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and quality flooring. Visit their showroom, visit their website, or give them a call today. And they'll treat you well. They are closed tomorrow on Saturday, but see them on Monday, and they'll give you a good deal. Great products there at Rice's More Than Floors. As it's 4th down and 13, and back to kick is Burklaw, and had that one almost blocked too, and that's shanked off to the right-hand side, and that punt is only going to be worth about maybe 15 yards, as it's going to be marked actually where the first down marker was. So it was only about a 14-yard punt. And so the Tigers will take it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. As Haupt working out of the gun, or out of the pistol, and out of his hands, and he's going to roll on it. Great hustle back there, but that's going to be a big loss, at least 10 yards. And that's going to be all the way back to about the 22, maybe 23-yard line. It was at the 36. We'll see where they mark it at. And that will be a loss of 12 on the play. So that hurts Colton's total there, as that drops him down to 20 yards rushing and 10 carries. But he has done very, very well offensive-wise of running the ball and passing the ball, and heads-up plays on that fumble there to save good field position from Mosinee. And a break around the right side, and coming down to the 40, to the 45, to the 40, and tackle finally out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That is Drew Bloom, as he put the afterburners on. And a Mosinee player down on the sidelines, as the ball will be placed at about the 20-yard line. That was a 56-yard run by Bloom, as the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. And we're going to take a little break also, as we've had a couple injuries here in the last couple plays, and our policy is we will not put a camera on an injured ball player. We will never do that. So we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium, and walking off on his own power is Max Harris, and I'll tell you, he is a very, very fine ball player. I mean, he's had some big runs here in the last offensive series for Mosinee, as he gets a couple high fives going by with from his teammates there, as he is walking off on his own power, and that's good, as not really a serious injury at all, but enough that he could get off and walk off on his own power. So we might not see him the rest of the night, but a great job by Max Harris as he's going to have an outstanding career at Mosinee High School. And a handoff and bounces off, and Knetter will pick up, about, we're going to say about 5, maybe 6 yards on the play, as it looked like he was going to get nothing out of it, and we're going to give him 6 on the play. Actually, they're going to give him 7 on the play. As he's been pretty quiet in the second half here, but I'll tell you, he's going to be an effective runner for the Stratford Tigers this season. Knetter on the left-hand side of Haupt. Long count. And Bloom with the keeper. Dodges one tackle, gets away. And good enough for a first down. And he will gain maybe about 8 on the play, maybe. I think. We'll see where they mark that ball. And from the 5, so we'll give them 9 on that. As very good job coming off is Drew Bloom off the field. As Tigers threatening here again, 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. As Haupt. Keeper going off right tackle, bounces off, and is going to sneak in. Good. From 5 yards out. Colton Haupt with his 2nd touchdown of the night. He zigged, he zagged, and he went in as he waited for his blocking there and did a great job, as they are going to kick for the extra point here. And attempting the extra point will be Bloom. Kick is up, and it's good. No good. No good from this angle. I thought it was good, but he sounded solid from up here. But Colton Haupt with his 2nd touchdown of the night from 5 yards out with 9:43 left in this contest gives the Stratford Tigers a 24-0 lead over the Mosinee Indians. And we'll be back right after this. And you're watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
And we are back here at Stratford as Colton Haupt goes in from 5 yards out and gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. He's been involved in 3 of the 4 as he threw a 13-yard pass to John Mays back in that 2nd quarter to start the scoring for the Stratford Tigers. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. And kicking off is Fisher as Tigers up 24-0. Defense looking very, very impressive. And a line drive kick, and that one's going to go into the end zone, and it'll be coming out. Touchback for Fisher. As the Tigers will be in action next week when they head and play an arch rival in the Edgar Wildcats. kickoff time for that will be at 7 o'clock. I will be in Auburndale as Marathon taking on the Auburndale Eagles. And Mosinee will be heading to their home opener at 7 o'clock as they will take on Menasha in a non-conference contest next Friday night. As Friday night's pretty well booked up for the next 8-9 weeks. So some great football action in central Wisconsin. And going around the right side is Harris. And having a little problem getting him down as he fights for 8, maybe 9 yards. And they'll give him 9 on that. As I see the Brewers picked up another win today as the Miz, not as effective. He gave up a couple runs, but did a nice job beating the Braves. A big win over the Braves as the Braves battling the Dodgers and the Brewers for that top spot in the National League. Yes, the Brewers now going in after that win was 2.5 games ahead of the Dodgers. But Brewers playing outstanding baseball. As I will go over and see their minor league team tomorrow, the Timber Rattlers. And hand off to Harris off the right tackle, and he's going to be stopped, I think, short of that first down. It'll be very close where they may mark that ball, as they will give him that first down. As I celebrate my birthday tomorrow. Going over and watching the Timber Rattlers play, and so have a good time over there and do a little shopping, take in the Timber Rattler game tomorrow night and fireworks. So yeah, a nice way to spend my birthday with my family. So Zagata, long count, hands off to Harris, coming around the left side and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. As he's carried the ball 17 times tonight. Second down and 10 at the 30, 7:50 left in this contest. As moving right along, coming up to the 9 o'clock hour here in central Wisconsin. A lot of games on the docket tonight, as we'll have about 14 or 15 games on the docket again next week, and also a lot of volleyball starting up also next week on Zaleski Sports, and some soccer also. So tune us in. And a handoff to Harris, driving forward for a couple. BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors. Shop 2 convenient locations in central Wisconsin at Cadott and Abbotsford, or online at bigbeardown.com. That's BBD Sports Shop in Cadott and Abbotsford. As Mosinee comes up to the line, 3rd down and 8 at the 32. 6:41 left in this contest. Back to pass. Pass out in the flat to Fight. And he will pick up, about 4 on the play, maybe 5. Shane Foose with the tackle. That is the 3rd catch by Fight tonight. Ethan Fight. As pretty much a lot of our games wrapping up already and on Zaleski Sports. Marshfield with a 44-6 lead, looking very impressive to start out this season. And a punt, and that will be fielded on the first bounce, and coming down the right sideline, that is Haupt, and he'll return that. About a 26-yard return by Colton Haupt. He's done everything tonight. He's thrown a touchdown pass. He's rushed 2. He's intercepted a pass tonight. I mean, he's pretty much done everything except sell popcorn in the stands tonight. but done a great job tonight in his varsity starting debut here to start the season. As coming off a field for Stratford is number 13. That's Austin Niehaus. As helped at quarterback. Hands off. And coming around the right side, that is number 9. That is Aguilar. And so Aguilar with some big yards there. He's only a sophomore, as he will pick up 10 on that play, enough for the first down. So a nice way to start his varsity experience with a 10-yard run. Aguilar still in the backfield yet, on the right side of Haupt. And hands off Haupt, finds the hole. Aguilera falls forward and will pick up maybe about 4, maybe 5 yards. It all depends where the mark is. They're going to say 4. We're at 2nd and 6 at the 25. As Stratford threatening to go in again. As they possibly could put in 5 scores in tonight's ball game, all coming from the second quarter on. Wide receiver right, wide receiver left. Receiver in the left slot. Haupt with the call to Aguilera off the left tackle, and he will get no gain on the play. As Aguilera, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, plays the running back spot and the defensive back spot. Coming in for Stratford, number 14, Caden Stieber. As Stieber going to call this now, as he is the backup quarterback. And Stieber at quarterback. Hands off to Aguilera, bounces off a couple, falls forward to about the 20-yard line, and he'll pick up, I think he'll pick up about 2 on the play, maybe 3. We'll give him 3. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 20-yard line. Ball just short of the, or about a nose maybe, 6 inches from that 20-yard line. And Stieber at quarterback now for the Tigers. Aguilera in the backfield. A lot of reserves in there now for the Tigers, and we've got a whistle and a timeout by the Stratford Tigers. And so we're going to take a timeout too, as we're coming down to the tail end here with 3:14 left in this contest, and the Tigers leading 24-0. And you're watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
And we are back here at Tiger Stadium in Stratford for the season opener, the Stratford Tigers against the Mosinee Indians. As I mentioned at the pregame, Stratford with the edge, 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. Back in 22 when they played at Marshfield, and it was 2020 at the time when a lightning storm came through, and so they called it a tie. So as Stratford trying to get sweet revenge from their loss they had last year over at Mosinee, and Stratford looking very, very impressive tonight. Stieber with a pass over the middle and complete and touchdown. And that one across to, I think it's Shane Foose. Let me catch the number here. As we'll have to catch who that was, but a great pass by Stieber across the middle from, 15 yards out. His only pass. And coming in to kick the extra point is Bloom. And the kick is up, and it is good. As Bloom makes it 31-0. As the Tigers looking very good tonight with 3:09 left, and we'll be back in just a bit. We'll find out who that touchdown pass was to, as it was down in kind of that dark corner of the end zone there. So we'll be right back right after this. And you're watching high school football on Zaleski.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
And we are back here, and yes, it was Matthew Shanefoos cutting across there and making that catch. Beautiful pass by Stieber as he makes his debut in a Tiger uniform, as Stieber, from a very athletic family. Caden Stieber, a sophomore. He's listed as a quarterback, tight end, and a linebacker. He plays everywhere. And but a beautiful arm by Caden Stieber for that touchdown, and a great pass, another weapon to have there for the Stratford Tigers. And so Stratford now up 31-0 with 3:09 left. As we'll be talking to head coach Marshall Lehman and most likely Colton Hulp after the ball game here, as Hulp looking very, very good tonight, leading the Stratford Tigers here up and down the field, and also defensive-wise, and even a nice punt return also. So as Mosinee brings it, and a flag, and that's going to be a pretty high tackle, as I think that was right around the neck up there, as the high tackle as that flag came flying in. You could see it from way up here in the press box, as it was. Players were bunched up, but you could see just as soon as you knew that flag went up, that's what the call would be. And so I'm wrong. Actually, it's against Mosinee. So it must have been a holding call. I thought it looked like a tackle, up towards the neck area, but could have been a holding call there also, a simultaneous deal. But Mosinee is going to be penalized 10 yards on that. And so Mosinee will take over with 3:03 left in this contest. And a whistle blowing, and another foul, or personal foul on, let's see. And that's going to be, half the distance to the goal. That'll be a 5 yards. So another penalty. That is penalty number 10 on Mosinee tonight, as they've helped the Stratford Tigers here. As a Tiger defense coming up. And sweeping around the left side is number 1. That is Fight, and he's going to, maybe he will pick up nothing on that, as they thought they had him fooled on that loss of 2 they're going to give him. Okay. Ben's right on top of that here for me. Thanks, Ben. That's what we brought you along, buddy. Another set of eyes is always good to have. As Agata calling the signals. Man in motion. That's Fight as he hesitates. Back to pass. Pass over to Fight. Attended to him as it just short of Fight. Incomplete. As Zagata now is 5 for 11 passing today for 21 yards. Zagata calling the signals. Man in motion, that's Harris. Back to pass in the end zone. Lets it fly and incomplete. And 4th down and 17 coming up to the 2-minute mark. 2:04 left. As the punt return team coming out and going deep for Stratford will be Colton Hulp and number 2. That is Drew Bloom, as both of them a great job. 2 great kickoff and punt returners for Stratford. They had to replace 2 outstanding ones from last year, and I'll tell you, they're doing a great job as they're shining on this special teams. And a kick out of the end zone, and that one's looks like it's going to go out of bounds as Colton went hustling for it. He wanted to return that short kick, as he just said. He wanted to take that, and he says, I wanted to go right down the sideline with it, as he motioned to somebody on the sidelines there. He says, I wanted that, and it would have been like picking up a ground ball at second base where he plays during the baseball season. But he would have grabbed that, but it was just out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And he wanted to scoop that up, and he says to him, he took his arm, and he says, I wanted to go right down the sideline. I had 6. I could see it. So Stieber at quarterback, and hands off to Aguilera around the left side, and he'll get no gain on the play. Aguilera getting some precious playing time here. He's carried the ball 5 times for 17 yards. First carry was a 10-yarder and a first down. As Stratford will pick up their first win of the season here. As Marshfield scores the final 44-6 over Rice Lake. And another big run for the Tigers as Aguilera with another big carry. And that will be enough for a first down. And gets it down to the, we'll call it the 27-yard line. Another first down for Stratford. As the clock running down, 42. Amherst winning big tonight, 56-0. And around the left side, Hernandez now into the ball game, as that would be Hank Hernandez. Hank, 5'11", 148 pounds, sophomore running back. As Hank will pick up a yard on that, and the Tigers are going to let her run down. As the Stratford fans give them a big ovation, as They line up to shake hands, and the Stratford Tigers with a very impressive 31-0 win as a great start for the Tigers as Colton Halp having an outstanding night with 2 rushing touchdowns, a touchdown pass to John Mays, and also an interception tonight also, and great job on running special teams on the punt returns and kickoff returns also. And I'll ask Colton about that play towards the end of the ball game here, where he wanted to pick up that punt, and I think he saw the 6 all the way down the sideline there. So a great win for the Stratford Tigers, and so they'll head to Edgar, as Edgar, we'll see what the Edgar Wildcats have done tonight also, as Edgar with a 21-0 win over Cadott. So it should be a great battle between 2 arch rivals next Friday night here on Zaleski Sports. I will be in Auburndale for the marathon game. We'll have an announcer over there doing the play-by-play over at Edgar, and we'll bring you a lot of action next Friday night here on Zaleski Sports. So I'm going to head down to the field, and we'll talk to Coach Marshall Lehman and most likely Colton Halp also tonight, as a great job by Colton. And coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And you've been watching high school football here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Hiller's Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
You'll find what you're looking for. We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools. A selection so big, you'll need a map to find your way out. Hiller's Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today.
That's all it takes.